everybody, it's Kelly and I am back with another layout. This is another Christmas layout, and this is an incredible museum that when I have a minute I'll tell you about. I'm going to be doing another double page spread here as well for Two-Page Tuesday, or two-page spread. So I'm working with the red and green background papers. So I'm not mirroring my design because I have different kinds of photos that wouldn't necessarily fit if I did that. So that red paper is the Pebbles Cozy and Bright paper, or Cozy and Bright collection. And it's the 12 by 12 pad. And then that striped paper that I have there is the Pebbles Cozy and Bright Merry and Bright paper. And I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with those strips on the left page, but I'm pretty sure that I like the way the right page is. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my T-square ruler to figure out where the 6-inch mark is and get that down. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. And I've got my camera's pulled in a little close here, so I apologize for that. All right, so then I just got that down to the other side. And then this is pretty simple because I have 6 photos. I don't have a lot of real estate to work with for embellishment and that kind of a thing here. So I'll just put those photos down. That green paper that the background is here is the Doodlebug Petite Prints collection in Grasshopper Gingham linen. So it's just a really nice Christmassy Kelly green. And so that's that. So this museum is in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Home of Oshkosh Bagosh, if any of you have kids and recognize that name from Clothing and Overalls. But it's a great art center and museum. It's an old home built, I think, in the 20s, if I remember correctly. And they decorate every Christmas on a theme, and they have other themes as well. This particular year, it was a Nutcracker theme. So the rooms are decorated according to the theme. They have a little storybook that goes throughout, but the trees in this house were just incredible. So just the top photo there is the Chinese dancers themed in the ballroom. The middle theme is kind of like a sugar plum fairy design. Words are hard, and you will see more of that. I'm going to do a 12 by 12 layout just of that room because I loved it so much. And then the photo that I'm going to work on next is a photo of my mom, my sister, and me. So I decide ultimately, instead of using both strips here, to go with just the smaller strip of the striped paper. And I like that because it pulls the colors together, the red and the green together. So if you don't use exactly the same papers or have a design go across from one side to the other, this is really kind of a nice way to do it. So I'm playing around here a little bit with that Elle Studio tree card, and that's significant here because of all the beautifully decorated trees. And that came from a December kit, I believe. I just don't remember what year. And then I have that wood veneer house, and that is also from Elle Studio. That was from last year. But I have it's a house and then some candy, and I have you can't see it very well, but it is sitting up above on the border there. Okay, so I'm just going to get that house down because I know I want to do this. This took place in a house, so it made sense to me to do it that way. Now I have these trees also from Elle Studio, and I'm kind of playing around with what I want to do here. And I'm sorry that's out of frame a little bit. There we go. I was going to say, I think I was trying to be conscious of the fact that I had a double page layout and I can't get the whole thing in my frame unless I show you a lot more of my desk. Yeah, I guess, I mean, I could, but I think then it's harder to see what I'm doing. So I stayed pretty close in here. And I always have photos at the end of my videos so that you can see what I've done here. So I'll just add those in. And then I'm thinking about another tree here, but it just seems like too much. I like just the 3 areas of embellishment here, which normally I do a little bit more than this, but because the trees in the house are kind of big, I really just kind of stuck with those for embellishment pieces. So then on the left side there, I have a piece of, quote, candy. And then on the right, I have that Deck the Halls circle. So when I was going through my Christmas products to start this layout, I'm like, oh, I definitely have to get that Deck the Halls circle on here. I'm coming towards the end of my Christmas layouts and or my using scrapbooking Christmas this year. So I'm really trying to use up as many things as I can, especially older things. I did think about adding more wood veneer, but I just thought it was too distracting. The photos are really busy because of the amount of decoration in the trees, so I just decided not to do that at all. So then I'm grabbing this Puffy Alpha from Elle Studio, and it's like a light green with a darker green polka dot here. And I have to MacGyver just a little bit because I don't have any U. Well, I think I only had 1 U left. And if I have to MacGyver 1 letter, I will, if I have 2 letters the same, like this in museum here, I won't MacGyver one and not the other. I want it to kind of look the same. So it is a little bit different because obviously that U is shorter, but I'm okay with that. It's fine. A little whimsical. That's how I'm going to look at this. And since the house was very whimsical, I think it's very fitting. My sister and I are talking about going back for a flower show that they do in this house in March. So we'll see if we actually do it. All right, so I have that down now. So now the title's down, and it's really the Paine Arts Center Museum, I believe is the actual name for it. They do have a website. So then I am going to add in enamel dots here, and I'm trying to decide what color to use. And I decide the one color that I didn't use that's kind of in that strip. I don't have pink in here, but I have red, so that's in that family, is the blue. So I'm just going to add these blue enamel dots. These are from the Cartabella A Very Merry Christmas collection, and it's just the enamel dots from that collection. These are a couple of years old. I believe I bought a couple packages because I love the colors so much. And so I'm just going to add in the dots to that. I think there's one it's going to be hard for you to see because it's going to be off the screen at the bottom, in the bottom right corner there. So just check out the still shots. So I did think about using maybe a couple more somewhere else, but I decided not to. So there's a still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you guys are well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.